Christy Mathewson of the New York Giants was known as the Christian gentleman. And you might think that the personality of the early New York Giants was Christian and gentlemanly. It was anything but. It was rather a team fashioned in the image of its manager, the fiery John McGraw. John McGraw was ejected from Major League games 132 times in his career. That stood as a Major League record until Bobby Cox was ejected from his 133rd game. But the image of his team was definitely in the John McGraw image. The Giants had players like Art Devlin, who once went after a fan in the stands and got into a fight with a fan who called him a dog. They had Bad Bill Dolan, who was their shortstop. Bad Bill was ejected out of 65 Major League games as a player and a manager. And there was also their catcher, Frank Bowerman, who often fought with players, umpires, and fans. He once punched a heckler and was actually arrested and taken to jail. When he played with the Pittsburgh Pirates, Bowerman, the Giants catcher, with Pittsburgh, punched his manager, Fred Clark, and gave him a black eye. He became a manager himself with the Boston Red Sox in 1909, but his temper got the best of him, and he was fired after only 76 games because of his temper. But the ultimate violence came from Dan McGann, their first baseman, who was clinically depressed. He came from a family of depressed people. His sister committed suicide in 1890. His brother committed suicide in 1910. And he had another brother who was accidentally shot and died that way. But Dan McGann ended his days of playing Major League Baseball in a hotel room on December 13th in Louisville, Kentucky, when he committed suicide by firearm. It is believed, his surviving sisters believe that it was not a suicide because there was a diamond ring worth $800 at the time, $22,000 today, that was missing from his hand, so they have always believed that he was murdered. But Dan McGann died violently on December 13th, 1910. One other side note about the 1904 New York Giants. They also won the pennant in 2005. But one of their players, George Brown, is kind of famous for being replaced by Moonlight Graham in a game in June 1905. Moonlight Graham was replacing George Brown. And if you don't remember Moonlight Graham, he is the man in the movie The Field of Dreams, which I watched about a week ago, that got into the major, played 7 years of minor league ball, and then became a doctor. But in 1905, he got into the only major league game of his career, but did not get to come to bat and did not get a fielding chance. So his name is not in the baseball encyclopedia. I suppose it might be as a game played, but didn't feel like he officially was a major league player. No at bats and no fielding chances. Moonlight Graham. Hello, everybody. This is Apba Brian with Apba Baseball Classics. We're ready to bring to you Game 2 of the best-of-3 series between the 1922 St. Louis Browns and the 1904 New York Giants. The Giants have a one-game lead. The Browns will need to win today in order to stay in the tournament. Here are your starting lineups.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Ready to begin. Elam Van Gelder is a grade B pitcher with a Z modifier. He's also a 344 hitter in 1922 and 93 at-bats. This game is basic Apba, but we will use the Master Steel ratings. George Brown steps into the box to face Elam Van Gelder. Here's the pitch. 52 is a 27. That is a ground ball to the shortstop, Wally Gerber, 1 away. Art Devlin steps into the box for the New York Giants. He played football in college at Georgetown University as a running back and team captain. 6-6 roll. That's going to be a second roll. 1-1 is a triple for Art Devlin to left center field. That brings about Mike Donlin, and St. Louis is going to like to play their infield in. They're facing a 31-game winner and Joe McGinty. They don't want to give up a run here. Here's the pitch to Mike Donlin. 63 is 31. Fielding column 2. It's going to be a fly out to center field, and the run will tag up and score. So right away the Giants are up 1-0. Now 2 outs, and we have Dan McGann. 55 is a 8 against the B. It's going to be a fly ball to the center fielder, Baby Doll Jacobson. He makes the catch. It's the end of the top of the first. Giants lead 1-0. Thank you for joining me for game number 59 of the All-Time Greats tournament. Here is Johnny Tobin leading off for the St. Louis Browns in the bottom of the first. 22 is going to be a single for Jack Tobin. Marty McManus, he's got that extra 31 on his card. Oh, no, he doesn't. It's just in a different place. There's 2 31s. But they might, rather not going to hit one. Here's the pitch. 65 is a 12. That's going to be a fielder's choice, 4-6. Usually that's a double play, but New York is fielding column 3. It'd be a double play for fielding column 1 or 2. So we got McManus at first. I shouldn't go to second. Base runner was out at second. McManus is a F24 in stealing. Should McManus try to steal, he'd be safe. 11 through 45. McGinty's move is first is +1 in his favor. 0 for catcher, throwing rating. George Sisler's the hitter. They're going to hold him and let Sisler hit. 1-3 is a 14. 2 balls and no strikes. There goes McManus. 160s be safe at second with a stolen base. So Sisler's got a man in scoring position. And 41 is a 37, safe at first. 6-5, so McManus is out. Breaking the cardinal rule of base running into third on a ground ball to shortstop. Sisler reaches fielder's choice. There's 2 away. Sisler was fast. He's the first 30-30 man, and there wasn't a 30-30 man until in 1922, until 1956 when Willie Mays did it. His steal rating is B28. Ken Williams is the hitter. Sisler will hold at first. 46 is a fly ball to left field. That's the end of the inning for the Browns. Go to the top of the second. 1-0 New York. Elon Van Gilder returns to the mound. Native of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, is pitching to Sam Mertz. 54 is a fly ball to right field, caught by Jack Tobin, and there's one out. Here is Bad Bill Dolan, nicknamed Bad Bill for being ejected 65 times out of Major League Baseball games as a player and manager. 43 is a ground ball to Van Gelder. Throws to first, 2 away. Here's Billy Gilbert, second baseman. 5'4". 63 is a fly ball to center field. Baby Doll Jacobson is under and makes the catch. 3 up and 3 down for the Giants in the second. We go to the last of the second, 1-0 New York. Joe McGinnity returns to the mound. In the bottom of the second inning, he won 35 games in 1904, and he is believed to have won nearly 500 games in his combined major league career pitch till he's 54 years old. Here's the pitch to Baby Doll Jacobson. 25 is a pop out to the New York third baseman, Art Devlin. 1 away. Hank Severide, another one of these St. Louis Browns 300 hitters. The team hit 313 in 1922. 1-6 is a ground ball to shortstop, fielded there by Bill Dolan. The throw to first, there's 2 away. Here is Jimmy Pepper Austin. 34 is a fly ball to center field. Top of the third we go. 1-0 New York. Catcher Frank Bowerman leads off for the Giants. 24 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. First strikeout in the game. 1 away. Pitcher Joe McGinnity. 23 is a ground ball to third base. 5-3. 2 quick outs, and George Brown comes to bat. Fly ball to Baby Doll Jacobson. Each inning for the Giants have ended on flyouts to center field. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 New York. Walter Gerber starts it on the bottom of the third for the Browns. 1-2 is a ground ball to second base. 1 out. Pitcher Elon Van Gilder mentioned he was a 344 hitter in 1922. 31 is an 8 against an A. Pop out to Art Devlin at third. 2 outs. 7 in a row retired by Joe McGinnity. Jack Tobin singled. First time at bat. This time it's a foul ball for strike 1. There's the windup and the pitch by McGinnity. 25. That's going to be a base hit for Tobin. 2 for 2. Marty McManus. 52 is a 27. That's a ground out to third base. 5-3. We go to the fourth. 1-0 Giants. It'll be Devlin, Donlin, and McGann. 63 is a fly ball to center field. Baby Doll Jacobson is under it. Makes the catch. Devlin's 1 for 2 with a triple and scored the only run. Mike Donlin comes to bat. 46 is a strikeout. Donlin goes back to the dugout, a strikeout victim. Here is Dan McGann. 61 is a 37. That's going to be strike 1. 15 is a base hit for Dan McGann. I don't know why he's not rated fast. He stole 42 bases in 1904. Steal rating is C30, which is really good. Steal second base are 11 through 54. Catcher for Browns is -2. Move the first for Van Gelder is 0. Sam Mertz is the batter. There's 2 outs. There he goes. 65. He's going to be thrown out by the catcher for St. Louis, Hank Severide. And that is scored 2-4. So that's the end of the top of the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 1-0 New York. George Sisler, 420 hitter in 1922. He had a period of 3 straight years where he hit 399.7, which is 400. Here's the pitch to Sisler. 21 is a fly ball to Mike Donlin in right field. He's got it, 1 away. Ken Williams, who flied to left his first time up. 51 is a pop out to the third baseman, Art Devlin. 2 outs. And now Baby Doll Jacobson. 1-4 is going to be a fly to left. 3 up and 3 down for the Browns. We're at the top of the 5th. 1-0 New York. Sam Mertz leads off for the Giants. 42 is a walk. First walk given up in the game by Van Gelder. Mertz is a fast runner at first base. Chances to steal are 11 through 52. Sorry for hitting the camera. Here's stolen base attempt by Sam Mertz in the throw. 64, and Severide cuts down 2 Giants in a row trying to steal second. 1 out. 64 is a strikeout. And now Billy Gilbert. 41 is a 28. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Wally Gerber, he throws the first, 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 1-0 Giants. St. Louis Browns come to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. They've got Hank Severide, Pepper Austin, and Wally Gerber. They're down by a penny. Here's the pitch to Severide. 55 is a base hit for Hank Severide. He's the catcher and a slow runner at first. Browns will play it safe. Pepper Austin comes to bat. 53 is a 21 fielding column 2. First and second on an error by the shortstop. That ball is thrown away by Bill Dolan. E6. And Severide goes to third. So the Browns got second and third with nobody out. Wally Gerber. New York will play their infield in. Here's the pitch to Gerber. 32 is a 26. It's a single through second, and both runners will score. Gerber knocks it through the drawn-in infielder, 2 RBIs, and it's 2-1 St. Louis. And now a very good hitting pitcher, Elam Van Gelder, comes to the bat. 52 is a 27. That's going to be a 5-3 ground out to third base. Gerber goes to second, and there's 1 out. Top of the order, Jack Tobin. 1-1 roll for Tobin. That's going to be another run. And 34 is a double for Jack Tobin. 3 for 3. Browns take a 3-1 lead over the Giants. Marty McManus. 64 is a strikeout. 2 outs. Tobin on second. Here is George Sisler, 420 batsman. But 0 for 2 today. Here's the pitch from McGinnity. 25 is an 11. And that's a single to left, the runner is out at home unless he's fast. He scores. And Jack Tobin is not rated fast. He's going to be thrown out by the left fielder, ending the inning. But the Browns score 3 times on 4 hits. We go to the 6th, 3-1, St. Louis. St. Louis Browns are showing their mettle. They are a good team. They lost the 1922 pennant race to the New York Yankees by 1 game. Brett Bowerman leads off for the Giants. 1-2 is a ground ball to second base, 1 away. Pitcher Joe McGinnity. 54 is a fly to right field, caught by Jack Tobin, and there's 2 outs. George Brown. 54 is going to be a fly to right field, and Jack Tobin's there for that one. Go to the bottom of the 6th. St. Louis 3, New York 1. Ken Williams will lead off for the St. Louis Browns. He beat out Babe Ruth for the home run title in 1922. One of only 2 men, he and Bob Musil, to beat Ruth out for home runs in a 12-year span. Here's the pitch to Ken Williams. 33 is a 4. That's going to be a double over third base. Lead off 2-bagger for Ken Williams. No outs. Here is Baby Doll Jacobson. Had 102 RBIs, a 317 average. Does he want to swing away or bunt Williams to third? I think I really want that extra run badly. He's going to bunt. 31 is an 8. And that's going to be a successful sacrifice. 1-4 covering at first. And Williams goes to third. Giants will play the infield in. They did that once before earlier in the game, and the ground ball got through. But they're going to try to stop this run at home. Here is to Hank Severide. 54 is a 32. Fly out to shallow right field, not deep enough for Williams to score. That's 2 outs. James Pepper Austin. He was an older rookie, 29 years old as a rookie, born in 1879, so he's 42 years old as we play today. 42 is a 39. I have a problem with that last resort. It was not a fly at the right field. There is a Y modifier on 32, and McGinnity has that Y, so it is a strikeout for 2 outs. Now back to Austin. 42-39 is a pop-up, and it's caught by the pitcher, Joe McGinnity, and that's the 3rd out. We go to the top of the 7th. Browns are up by 2, looking to stay in this all-time greats tournament. Art Devlin leads off for New York. 1-5 is a single for Devlin. D30 stealing, which is a good rating. Severide's thrown out 2 previous base runners. Mike Donlan's a batter. And stubbornly, they're going to try to steal. Severide's -2. Move to first is 0. So 11 through 54, he'll be safe. There he goes. 26, and this time he is in there. Giants are down by 2, getting late in the game. Here's the pitch to Donlan. 41 is 28. That's a ground out to shortstop. The runner holds. First baseman Dan McGann. 31 is a 8 against a B pitcher. That's going to be a ground out to the pitcher. 1-3. Devlin can go to third. 2 outs. Sam Mertz. 41 is a 24, 6-3 ground out. We go to the bottom of the 7th, still 3-1 St. Louis. Wally Gerber leads off for the Browns. 52 is a 27. Ground out to the second baseman, Gilbert. That brings up Elon Van Gilder. Van Gilder is 0 for 2. 61 is a ground out to the New York shortstop, Bill Dolan. 2 outs. And now Jack Tobin. 53 is a 16 base hit. And Jack Tobin is 4 for 4 in the game. Marty McManus, 62 is a 22, hit by pitch ball. Joe McGinty getting frustrated out there. Now he's got to face George Sisler with two on and 2 outs. If he walks this 420 hitter, he's going to have the American League home run leader to deal with. So here's the pitch to Sisler. 63 is a 35. That's going to be a foul out to the catcher, Frank Bowerman. And McGinnity is out of the jam. We go to the top of the 8th. St. Louis 3, New York 1. All right, Bad Bill Dawn leads off for the Giants at the top of the 8th. Here's the pitch. 54 is going to be a fly out to right field. Billy Gilbert. 31 is a 9. That's going to be a base hit. A clean single over the shortstop's head. Gilbert's at first. B24 stealing. Bowerman's the hitter. Chance to be safe at second on a steal will be 11 through 44. Severride's had a good day. It's going to stay there with 2 runs down. 52 is a 27. They're safe at first on the fielder's choice. 5 to 4 covering. Why would the second baseman be covering? Maybe he's playing in for the bunt. Here's the pitcher. New York will send a pitch hitter up to hit for Joe McGinnity, and that's the manager, John McGraw. He's going to grab a bat again. He pitch hit yesterday's game, but struck out. 333 hitter, 12 at bats. Here's the pitch from Van Gilder to John Muggsy McGraw. 6-6 roll. That's a 7. That's going to be a hit. And McGraw will drive in the base runner, Gilbert. Pitch hit single. And it is 3-2. Suddenly this game tightens up. St. Louis still up by 1. Top of the order, George Brown. 1-2 is a 25. That is going to be a 4-6-3 double play. Ends the 8th. Giants score 1. They go to the bottom of the 8th. 3-2 St. Louis. New pitcher for the Giants is Claude Elliott. He is a grade C pitcher, Y modifier. And McGinnity goes 7 innings, gives up 2 earned runs. Kim Williams leads off for St. Louis in the last of the 8th. 24 is a fly ball to Mike Donlin in right field. 1 away. Baby Doll Jacobson. 54 is a fly ball to Donlin in right again. That's 2 outs. And now the catcher, Hank Severide, who has thrown out 2 base stealers today. 36 is a 33. Y modifier, that's a strikeout, so 3 up and 3 down for the Browns. We go to the top of the ninth. Browns lead by 1. Elam Van Gilder has pitched beautifully for the Browns today. He's allowed only 5 hits and 1 walk. He is going to be pitching this next batter, or Devlin, and that's his point of fatigue. He's ready to pitch to 29 batters. You'll still have to have 3 bad things happen to him before his grade goes down. St. Louis's bullpen does spring to life, though. Dave Danforth, a left-hander, is throwing in the bullpen, and Rusty Wright, a right-hander, is throwing in the pen. Here is Art Devlin. The Giants are down by 1. Here's the pitch. 33, that's going to be a single, leadoff single for Art Devlin, and he is 3 for 4 on the day for New York. Fast runner at first base. He represents the tying run. Steal rating is D30, which is good. That would put him at second on a roll for 11 through -2 for the catcher, so 11 through 54 would be safe at second if he tries to steal. Here is a left-handed batter, Mike Donlin. Could bring in Dave Danforth here. He would gain a letter grade for same-sidedness, and he has a Y modifier for a strikeout, which might keep them from advancing the runner. But if I put in Danforth, they may try to steal. May try to steal anyway. Timeout. All right, there's not going to be a pitching change. It's not going to steal second. Let's see what happens. 54 is a fly ball to right field, and runner holds. It's 1 away. Here's Dan McGann. He's a switch hitter. All right, they're going to roll the dice. Devlin stealing. 11 through 54, he'll be safe. Here's the roll. 42, he is safe at second with a stolen base. That is Devlin's second steal in the game. Now he's in scoring position for McGann. All right, here's the pitch. 65 is going to be popped into the air behind third base. Caught by Pepper Austin. Last chance for the Giants is going to be Sam Mertz. A hit will tie the game. A home run will send the Giants home for good. Here's the pitch. 65 is going to be popped to third base again, and that's going to be the final out of the ball game. The final score is St. Louis 3 and New York 2. We'll be back with today's wrap-up. In today's game, the Giants scored 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error, and the St. Louis Browns scored 3 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher was Elam Van Gilder. The loser, 35-game winner, Joe McGinnity, was the losing pitcher. This has turned out to be a tightly fought series. Both teams have scored 7 runs apiece. Today's star would be Jack Tobin, 4 for 4 with a double on RBI. He is 6 for 8 on the series. Jack Tobin was well known as a skilled drag bunter, but he also had decent power, averaging 32 doubles and 13 home runs over the couple seasons around 1922 and 23. So Jack Tobin is your star of the game. Final score, the Browns 3, the Giants 2. We'll go to the Polo Grounds for the deciding game of this series. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and the like button. Have a good day, and God bless.